Hello mini pilots, my name is Paul Tace. In this video we're going to be looking at FVP mode and how it can make your videos look more dynamic. Let's get started. Now, as I'm sure a lot of people know, FPV stands for first person view mode. And now this is going to be mainly used if you want to fly your drone without line of sight and you're going to use your screen or even virtual reality goggles to fly it. So what the FPV mode does is it locks the gimbal horizontally to remain the same as the Mavic Minis. So this means if you go left and right, the gimbal will tilt left and right with it. Now this will create a slant in your picture. So if you look at this video of the drone here, when it goes left and right, the drone is tilting. And then when we look at what it's filmed after being put in FPV mode, we can see the camera tilts with the drone. Now quite a lot of the time this is something we're not going to want to happen whilst we're filming, but there are certain situations where it can make our footage look a bit more dynamic. But first of all, to get started, let's go into the menu, go into Control, and then go down to Gimbal mode and select FPV mode. Once we've done this, we can now see that the gimbal is locked to the drone. So when we go into settings, we can see follow mode and FPV mode. Follow mode doesn't actually follow you, it's not an active tracking, it just literally tells the gimbal to stay horizontal all the time, regardless of what the drone does. Now, although Mavic Mini doesn't have active tracking, it is possible to get it to follow you. I'm going to do a video on this later, so if that interests you, hit the subscribe button. Whereas the FPV mode tilts with the drone, so if your drone tilts to the left, your footage is going to tilt to the left as well. Now, something to note here is the faster you go, the more the drone will tilt, so the more the tilt will be in your final footage. So here I've got the camera set up and we're going from smooth mode to position mode to sports mode, and we can see how the tilt increases. The next thing I recommend is position your drone about a metre above ground. The main reason for this is if we go up high, you can see here when we're up in the sky and we start using this technique, it can look a bit odd and it doesn't have a great impact. So it's a good idea to set our drone up about a metre above ground and then we can fly left and right. But obviously you can go backwards and forwards as well to give your footage a bit more interest. So although I'm probably not the best subject, we can see here in this footage, this is in follow mode, and we can see it's an okay shot. If we then put FPV mode on, and we do this now, it now moves around a bit of an angle, makes it a bit more dynamic, and in my opinion, it looks a bit more fun. Unfortunately, this does not work with quick shots, so if you're doing a circle or a helix shot, the gimbal won't tilt with the drone. Now it's also worth noting that due to the way the drone tilts when it moves side to side, you can actually only really go in one direction, because if you change direction halfway through, it will make your footage look like this, which isn't going to look great. Okay guys, so just to sum this up, I recommend shooting about a metre above ground, don't use this for quick shots, and then just use it for one shot where you're going to be moving continuously to one side, then we can move backwards and forwards to add a bit more interest to the footage. Okay guys, that's it for this video. If you've liked it, hitting that like button is a huge help to me as a creator, and I hope to see you in the next one.